Do you struggle with self-esteem and ready to love yourself more? Stay tuned. Hey friend, welcome back to another Mind Right Monday. I'm your host, Bonnie Kelly, your emotional intelligence speaker, author, and coach, here to help you get out of your way and on with your life. So today we are talking about self-esteem. This is one of the biggest topics that we find in the personal development world, and it affects so many, if not most of us. Is this ability to love and accept who we are. A lot of times we spend so much energy into who we're not and where we're falling short or what's missing, that we fail to really love and appreciate the amazing, epic, beautiful, sensational being, which is you. So today we're going to talk about 3 ways you can learn to love yourself more. And let's dive right into the first one, which is, the very first thing is to embrace you. Now, this is a challenging one. It seems pretty easy if you want to learn to love yourself more, is that you need to embrace who you are. But honestly, it's probably one of the trickiest things to do, because all of us are in these habitual habits of just thinking of what's wrong with us, where we have too many wrinkles, where our hair is too thin, where we're too big, or that we're not successful enough. We're comparing ourselves to our neighbor's stuff, or to other coaches, or to other people in our professions. And we're always falling short. Have you noticed that? There's always someone doing better than who you are. And we'll get trapped in this comparison trap. Well, what we want to do is we want to learn to just embrace you. To embrace that you've had different struggles and adversities that have maybe hindered or have blocked you from getting to where you wanted to go. That not everybody has the same responsibilities or the same level of problems that you do that are hindering you or have that kind of brought you to where you are today. We want to embrace the fact that you're not your neighbor, that you're not like your best friends, your cousins, or your colleagues, that you are you. And when we can learn to do business, embracing who we are, when we can let out the quirky, dorky, epic version of who you are, then you're going to not only feel a lot better, you're going to have a lot more success as well. You see, my business didn't take off until I started to embrace me, until I recognized that, you know what, I'm kind of a dork. I do have a goofy personality. I love Star Trek and Star Wars. Total nerd alert. I do love, that my dogs show up in my videos, right? I am an expression of my authentic self. And guess what? You feel it, you see it, you know it, and you trust me. You show up to these videos each and every week. You subscribe to my channels. You show up to our courses and trainings and live events and classes. And it's because that I've embraced who I am. I stopped trying to be like what everybody else who said, you know what you need? You need to follow these 15 steps into having online success. Do you know what you need? You need to have this many online followers so you can have this amount of money. And I started to say, you know what? Wait a minute. That's what everybody tells me I need to be, but who is it that I am? And when I started to really connect with this fact that, you know what? I don't want to reach everyone. I want to reach my tribe. I want to reach you. I want to reach my people. And so I embraced who I am that resonates with you. And as a result, my business has flourished, my life has flourished, my friendships have flourished. And so we want you to embrace you. It's the very, very first step in loving yourself more. So let me end this section off with a quote, which is, we are each gifted in a unique and important way. It is our privilege and our adventure to discover our own special light. That's a beautiful quote by a beautiful woman that just reminds you that you're unique. There's no one else on the planet like you. Why not learn and to love you? It's your privilege to discover the awesome and amazing version you are. So stop looking at all the reasons where you suck and where you're falling short. Start looking at all the ways you're amazing. All right, this leads me to my next tip, which is change your habits. All right, so if you want to learn to love yourself more, well, we need to change some of those mental and emotional habits that you have gotten yourself sucked into. What I mean by that is that you probably have a bad habit of beating yourself up, of never giving yourself grace, of never letting yourself off the hook, or holding yourself to such a high and rigid standard that can never be achieved. You have a perfectionist syndrome when it comes to the self-identity, that your body needs to be perfect, your life needs to be perfect, your children need to be perfect, and you're so rigid with it that this habit is ruining your self-worth, self-esteem, and confidence. So we need to change these mental and emotional habits. We need to get out of, again, looking at where you suck and what's wrong with you and start to really champion all the ways that you're amazing. This means you have to find reasons to celebrate you. When you get new tires on your car, celebrate being an awesome grown-up. Okay, it seems like, well, no, Bonnie, that's a responsibility. Well, I'm telling you, that is not something everybody does, and you should be congratulated on that. Maybe you are making the sacrifice of making sure your children get the best education. You're like, well, that's what I have to do to be a good mother. No, you are going above and beyond because you are caring and loving, and you are making all of these sacrifices to do that. Celebrate good times, come on! This is where you need to celebrate you. We need to appreciate all that you do, and that's a habit you want to get into. So this leads me into this quote to end this section, which is, we become what we repeatedly do. If you want self-worth and self-esteem, you need to think about what habits, mental and emotional, especially habits, that people with self-worth have. They choose to focus on where they're awesome. They choose to appreciate and be in a state of gratitude for the life that they have, even though it's not ideal. This is how they continue to have success and continue to grow, because they are the change they want to see. All right, this leads me to my third and final tip this week, which is hang around positive people. Okay, so this one is awesome. There's another video somewhere in our YouTube channel. It's like, your vibe attracts your tribe. But it's so true. You are the sum of the 5 people you hang out with. Yeah. So take inventory. Who do you associate with? Are you surrounding yourself with a bunch of victim-minded, poor me, woe was me, drama, resentful, angry, bitter, frustrated, egocentric, negative people? If the answer is yes, no need to shame them, no need to blame them, no need to beat them up. That's where they're at, and that's okay. But ask yourself, who do you desire to be? And if it's not there, if it's not that kind of mindset, then we need to start to elevate, to move ourselves to a place where we can say, okay, what kind of people are more in alignment with the best version of Bonnie I want to be? So you have to start to evaluate, where do you want to be? What kind of thought patterns or belief patterns, what kind of, habits do you want? I tend to surround myself with people who are into fitness and nutrition. Why? Because I'm into that. I surround myself with people who love personal development, who own as many, if not more, personal development books than I do. I surround myself with people who love checking out the latest and greatest new podcasts or books that are helping them evolve in some way. I hang out with people who recognize that challenges are just opportunities in their life, and though we all face them, is that we can lean on each other to have an optimistic and positive approach to be able to transcend that negativity as it comes through into all of our lives. These are the people that I surround myself with because this is the person that I am. And so they appreciate me because I display that as well. But I had to take inventory, and I really had to look at the people that were in my life and decide, are they serving my highest and best good? And the answer was no. I started to limit my time with them. I started to create space between me and them. I don't have any beef. I feel nothing's wrong with where they're at in their life, but I'm definitely on a different journey, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's okay to outgrow your friends, so be willing to just love them on their journey as you continue to walk yours. All right, let me close out this section with a quote, which is, don't make friends who are comfortable to be with. Make friends who will force you to level yourself up. I love this. We need to be willing to get uncomfortable. That the people you want to associate with, guess what? They're going to challenge you. They're totally going to continue to encourage you to level up into some way. So be willing to get a little uncomfortable with the new friendships, because the ones that you're familiar with now might not be serving you. So hopefully this video has helped in some way. If you're ready to start your personal development journey right now, then I encourage you to go over and check out my 21-day emotionaldetox.com. This is in 21 exercises over the course of 21 days. It is going to help you in 10 minutes or less to get your mind right. We can start to clear the clutter of the mind, to start to get back mental and emotional control. I often joke it's like doing mental push-ups so you can have and live the best life imaginable. This is absolutely free for the first 7 days. It's my gift to you. So go check it out. No credit card required. 21dayemotionaldetox.com. And until next week, I'm Bonnie Kelly. Did you enjoy this video? I sure hope so. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. That's how you can stay tuned with all the videos that come through each and every week so you never miss a beat. And if you are ready to start that journey, as I mentioned now, go check out bonniekelly.me. It is the place where you're going to find all of our online courses and classes and workshops where you can begin to start your journey now. So I encourage you to check it out, bonniekelly.me. And until next week, I'm Bonnie Kelly.